Why is mainstream media going out of their way to convince you that they are absolutely outraged that Donald Trump is a racist?
People who say racist things are racist. People who do racist things are racist.
Right.
Like I said before, es un racista.
If it walks like a racist and it talks like a racist, then it is a racist.
Anybody who supports Donald Trump today is a racist because you're complicit with
So you just said
racism.
it. So you just called me a
April,
racist.
this president is promulgating racism and violence.
Goes over the racist "send her back" chant, how you shut down a racist remark that might happen at a rally or at...
That the chant could come to define another dark and racially charged campaign.
And using these racist comments for you to attack another person, what does going back to another country, what are you saying?
Think about this for a second. Mainstream media is the propaganda arm for the military Israeli industrial complex, and they want you and me to be focused on Donald Trump's racism. Why? Who cares if people are racist? I mean, really, I've had so many racist comments against me. You know, when you grow up in an area like I grew up, people don't like crackers. But so what? You're not going to make somebody like a cracker if they don't like crackers. You're not going to make somebody like a black person if they don't like black people. You can't legislate morality. You can't turn things around. And especially when you add the ingredient of government in it, you're just going to make everything a whole lot worse. And let me just give you a real quick example, okay? First of all, I don't think Donald Trump is racist. He has given no indication that he's racist. And you guys know that I am not a supporter of Donald Trump, but you have to be honest about this. Telling somebody to go back to their own country because it doesn't appear the people who are in this country like this country, namely Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, Ileana Presley, and Ocasio-Cortez, it doesn't look like they like the country because of the policies they're trying to foist on the country. $93 trillion they want to put us into debt for the Green New Deal, which you know is not going to do anything but line the pockets of people who are endorsing the Green New Deal. These people want to take away your gun rights. They want to write laws that take away more of your freedoms. And that, to me, spells you don't like this country. If you're trying to change the laws of this country to the point where you're going to make Americans less free, yeah, go back to where you came from. I know. 3 of those people came from the United States or came from America, and one of them came from Somalia, Ilhan Omar. But the point is, when I grew up, there's a popular saying, hey, you don't like America? You can leave America. That says nothing to anybody's race. So when Donald Trump says, hey, if you don't like it, you can leave. Plus, not only that, he said, go back to the country that you came from, fix it, make it better, come back to the United States with your knowledge and show us how to do it. You don't, if you're a racist and you tell somebody to leave, you don't tell them to come back because you don't want them here. That automatically says, hey, I'm not racist. I'm just saying, hey, you want to fix the country, fix it. If you don't like America, leave. Has nothing to do with racism. But the reason CNN, the Communist News Network, MSLSD, and all the mainstream fake stream media outlets are trying to get you to focus on racism is because the bigger issue is broken down into this little analogy. Let's say that you live across the street from 2 neighbors. One neighbor hates your guts, and every time you go out to mow the yard or go off to work, they're out there going, hey, cracker, we don't need crackers in this neighborhood. I hate white people. Guess what? You know what we all learned in kindergarten probably? Sticks and stones may break our bones, but names will never hurt us. What is the guy doing to me? He's just, venting. Maybe that's good for him. Maybe it's good for somebody to just verbally vent so it doesn't metastasize into action. But all the guy across the street does to you is he calls you names, and the names that he calls you, it's racially based. He doesn't like you because you're white or because you're black or because you're Hispanic or whatever. Now, the neighbor next to him waits till you go off to work or waits till you come out of your house, and he comes up to you with some of his thugs and he goes, hey, this is Guido right here, and this is Sal, and we're here to break your legs unless you give us a little bit of cheddar. Give us some of your hard-earned income. If you don't, we're going to take your ass and we're going to throw you into a cage. We're going to limit your freedoms unless you give us 33% of your income. Who would you rather have as a neighbor? The guy who's just yelling at you, saying racial things against you, saying that he hates you because you're a cracker, because you're, you know, some other skin color, or the other guy who's not racial at all. He doesn't mind. You know, he's white, you're white. He's black, you're black. But he wants your money, and if you don't give him your money, then you're going to be punished. See, the greater issue here is that CNN and MSLSD and all the fake stream news outlets are enraged that people are venting their racist anger, and they're thinking that they're superior to another race because they're a different skin color, when all the while they don't mind Ocasio-Cortez making anti-gun legislation. They don't mind Rashida Tlaib putting her pen to the paper and creating another law that takes more of your freedoms. But what they do care about is Trump is an absolute racist, and we can't tolerate that in this country. We can't have a racist president. We must impeach. So they take your mind away from the thing that you need to pay attention to. They're majoring in the minors, and they're doing it fully knowing what they're doing. See, here's the deal. You can't have my guns, Rashida. You can't take my property, AOC or Ilhan Omar. You can call me whatever you want to call me. You can tell me you hate all white people. It doesn't bother me. But when you step across the line and you start trying to take my property and telling me I can't have firearms and can't protect my family, well, we got us a little problem here. It doesn't matter what you call me. You're not going to stop a racist, a true racist, from being a racist. And government sure ain't going to make people moral. So we got to get that through our thick skulls right now. There is a psychological operation going on. And as far as this, me being anti-Trump, you know what? It's more me being pro-liberty. I'm anti anybody who's against liberty. If somebody wants to come against yours and my gun rights and our abilities to protect ourselves and our loved ones, then I'm against them. I don't care if there's a D by their name or an R. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter to any of us. What does matter is that somebody wants to come to my door with a guy named Guido and a guy named Sal, and he wants to bust my nuts because I'm not going to give him part of my hard-earned income. I want to keep my income. You can call me whatever you want to call me. You can call me a cracker. You can call me a honky. You can call me whatever you want to call me. Don't take my guns. Don't threaten my family. And don't try to take the product of my laboring energies. And that's all I really got to say. I'm not going to support anybody who's against freedom. Ilhan Omar is against freedom. Is she anti-Semitic? Maybe. I haven't seen any evidence of that in her tweets. When you criticize Israel or you criticize Zionism or you say it's all about the Benjamins, that is not anti-Semitic, guys. We need to stop. We need to stop calling things what they aren't. See, the interesting thing about psychological operations is the end goal of it is to get you and I to let go of our grip on the truth. That's why when CNN calls out Trump for lying, the people on the Trump side can't accept what CNN says because it's CNN who said it. See, CNN is your enemy. But when you get your enemy, the part of the psychological operation, what social engineers try to do is when you get your enemy to tell the truth, the goal is for you to deny the truth because it was your enemy who said it. So what you're really rejecting is not your enemy, you're rejecting the truth. So let me just boil this all down. You can be racist all you want, but when that racism takes the form of action against any individual, no matter what their color is, that's the immoral thing. That's where you step across the line. That's where I'd rather have a neighbor just calling me a cracker and giving me a hard time verbally. Because sticks and stones do break your bones. Well, they can. But names, they can't. Names and insults, who cares? That just reveals somebody's ignorance. That reveals their stupidity. You're not superior to anybody else just because of the color of your skin, which you had nothing to do with. Absolutely nothing to do with. So guys, if you enjoy these videos and if what I say resonates with you, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give them a thumbs up, share them with everybody you know, and don't forget to subscribe to my private email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. If you want to support the channel, my Patreon, PayPal, Bitcoin, and Subscribestar links are in the description below, or get one of these snazzy shirts. This right here is Kill the Twitter Bird. social media is dying a slow death. Anyway, your purchase helps support the channel. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you for all my Patreon and PayPal supporters and the people who contribute on Bitcoin. It really helps a lot, and it helps me create more content. I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video.